but to remember the 104th anniversary of the first genocide of the 20th century. I've served in Congress for 23 years. For 23 years, I've been a member of the Armenia Caucus, and for 23 years, I have been one of the loudest voices demanding that Congress recognize the Armenian genocide. Because genocide denial is the last step of the genocide. First, they murder 1.5 million people, and then they try to expunge the record of that brutal act. But genocide denial is also the first step in the next genocide. Certainly, everyone of the Jewish faith remembers that Hitler was able to turn to his henchmen and tell them they could get away with it because, after all, who remembers the Armenians? We remember 1.5 million victims of the Armenian genocide. And as I've talked to my colleagues about this, they've asked me, Sherman, do you hate Turkey? And my response is that Turkey will never be a modern state. Turkey will never be a prosperous democracy until Turkey recognizes the Armenian genocide. Imagine if Germany was still today denying the Holocaust. Would we want them in NATO? I don't think so. Germany is a democratic and prosperous state precisely because it remembers the Holocaust. And I look forward to walking down
with us every April 24th. Congressman, thank you again for being here with us today. Congressman Adam Schiff.
Hello, Los Angeles. Hello, my Armenian brothers and sisters. I am so proud to join you today to commemorate the Armenian genocide. 104 years ago it began. It began with a roundup of the intellectuals and the community leaders in an effort to decapitate the Armenian people. It continued with the rape of Armenian women and the forced conversion of Armenian children. It continued with forced marches through the desert. It was an effort at nothing less than the annihilation of an entire people. And it failed, and we bear witness to that terrible effort to exterminate the Armenian people, and we will not be denied. Turkey, do you hear our voices? Turkish diplomats in that palace of dishonor and denial, do you hear our voices? Do you hear our voices? Do you hear us demand justice? Do you hear us demand restitution? Do you hear us call for remembrance? Here we stand, 104 years later. Cities across America, states across the United States, and countries across the world recognize the Armenian genocide, but here in the most powerful nation on earth, we have not. That is shameful. That is shameful. Why should it be so difficult for those who serve in Congress or those who serve as president to understand the undeniable facts of history? There is no dispute. Why should it be so difficult for us? Do you hear the voices that come to you from 104 years ago in the desert that scream for recognition and justice? Do you hear their voices? Do you hear the demand for justice? Do you see the resolution in our eyes? We will fight until we prevail. We will fight until the greatest nation on earth recognizes the undeniable facts of history. 1915, never again. 1915, never again. 1915, never again. 1915, never again. Turkey, hear our voices. Turkey, hear our voices. Never again. Thank you, and God bless you.